All right.
We are live, I believe. Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah Lavonne, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is entirely spontaneous. This is not totally intended to be here, but we were flexing and flowing as nurse mentors for the BUNDLEBIRTH Nurse Mentorship Group, and we are going to play a little game. So if you are a patient, welcome to the Inside Scoop. If you are a nurse, you're going to get also the Inside Scoop and get to know some of our BUNDLEBIRTH Nurse mentors. So before we get started, let me just give a little bit of a background on who are these people really quickly, because again, this was supposed to be sort of like an internal fun thing, but now the whole entire world gets to see it for at least a little bit. So my name's Sarah Lavonne. I own a company called BUNDLEBIRTH, a nursing corporation. YouTube and everything I do here is a portion of what I do, focused on patients. But there is something super exciting in the works for you that has been in the works for the last year and a half, almost 2 years, called BUNDLEBIRTH Nurses. And the goal of BUNDLEBIRTH Nurses is to provide the same in a different way, education and support for labor and delivery nurses. Why? Because your experiences matter so much to us that we found that we can educate you till no end, but you show up and your nurse is not on the same page. They're not as energized maybe as you would dream of inviting somebody into your birth experience. And so we have been over the last year and a half-ish pouring into labor and delivery nurses nationwide, technically worldwide, and helping give them even more of a foundation in their practice to not only know how to practice in an up-to-date way, but also to love what they do so that they present themselves giving their best from a full cup to you. And so one of the programs that we have is a 12-month nursing mentorship for nurses of all experience levels, for them to enter in with us for 12 months. And we guide them through 12 like hefty topics, all the really important, juicy stuff that you want your nurse knowing for the future and for being able to care for you in the safest and then also the most trauma-informed and also the most personable way to give you better care. And so these beautiful women surrounding me right now are our nurse mentors. So given that now we're doing an impromptu live video for the world to see, I'm going to have them quickly introduce themselves. Who are they? Where are they located? Why they love being a nurse mentor? And then we're going to play a fun get to know you game. The entire point of this is for our nurse mentees, those are part of the program, to get to know their mentors, get to know the people that are pouring into them. I will say that every single one of them I brag about on the regular because this team is top of their class. They are top of the nursing world. We are so, I'm gonna say we, because it's me and Justine here at BUNDLEBIRTH headquarters, that like we just feel so honored to have them as a part of their team, of our team, and get to work with them, get to know them. And then also our mentees are just so blessed to get to know them, and then they get to pour into them and help them be better and grow and love their lives. So that was an intro. All right, so why don't we just go around in a circle? I have Justine start. Name, where you're located, why you love being a mentor, and then we're going to play Never Have I Ever, L&D Nurse Edition, and you're going to get an insider scoop of what's up in the L&D world.
Yay! So thank you all for being here. My name is Justine. I am from Southern California, Riverside specifically. And I love being a mentor because I love being a nurse for nurses. It is so fun to be able to pour into nurses, to be able to pour into families and birthing families. It's the best thing ever. Thank you.
Cool. I think I may be next. At least on my screen, I'm next. I'm Brianne. I'm currently residing in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And why I love being a nurse mentor with BUNDLEBIRTH Nurses, I love this team. Being part of this team is so spectacular. And I feel that an empowered parent really becomes or starts with an empowered nurse. And so to be part of that journey empowers me and it feeds my soul. So I love learning from all the nurses around the world. I'll stop there so other people have things to go off of.
I'll go next. I'm Carly. I'm in Oakland, California. And I think we're reshaping the way we give birth. And I love being a part of that change. And it all starts with nurses, as most things do.
Okay, I'm Michaela Cheminot, and I'm currently in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I love being a bundle birth nurse mentor because I love all the perspectives that I get to hear and learn from. I feel like so often we get siloed where we work, and hearing from different nurses that work in different geographic locations with different populations, different size medical centers, different access options. There's just so much perspective that it's truly refreshing to just learn and grow from everybody from wherever they may be. So perspective sharing.
And I will go last. I'm Jess Mcgrail. I am now located in Gainesville, Georgia, just outside Atlanta. I'm a travel nurse currently, and I love it. And I personally love being a mentor because I absolutely think it's so important to help our labor and delivery nurses feel really confident in their skills so that they can bring just the energy and the confidence and all the knowledge necessary to make birthing families feel amazing about their experience.
Yay.
So fun. I have to say, I just am so happy to see you guys here. And again, this was like supposed to be an internal, like, oh, fun, informal, and it's very informal. We can move there. But the fact that like I actually get to introduce you to my audience on the YouTube side has turned out to be like really fun for me. So bundle birth patients, all of you YouTube people out there, meet some amazing nurses that you may see at the bedside. And also, as you hear their stories and you get to know them, realize that nurses are regular people, that they, most of the time, we hope, and what we're trying to do, they like their job, and they really love caring for you and giving you, helping formulate your experience to be one that's just really memorable in a good way. So that's what I got. Justine, take it away. Let's play a game.
Yay. Okay. So we're going to be playing Never Have I Ever L&D Nurse Edition. If you haven't played Never Have I Ever before, the idea is we're going to be PG rated. So 10 fingers, no, with the fingers, like we're not drinking drinks. Like that's another version of this game. So 10 fingers. And the idea would be if you have done it. So if I say never have I ever eaten a marshmallow, I don't know why that's my example. And if you have eaten a marshmallow, you put down a finger. And so you're down. Okay. So now I can't remember if the person that gets leaves with no fingers, if they're the winner, or the person with the least amount of fingers wins. Does anyone remember? Now I'm like kind of confused.
The one that has fingers remaining.
Has fingers remaining wins the Never Have I Ever game.
So it's kind of like what you haven't done.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. So I got a bunch of questions or a bunch of examples and questions on Instagram from our Bundle Birth Nurses Instagram a few weeks ago. And so the mentors have no idea what these questions are. So they have no idea what's coming for them. So I'm going to go pretty easy to start, and then we'll share some stories as we go, but we can go ahead and get started. Okay. So I'm playing 2, so we'll do 10 fingers. So never have I ever called a provider too early.
Oh, never have. I definitely have. So I put it down.
Does anyone want to share like the earliest, like how early have you called? Like, has anyone ever done like an embarrassing early amount?
And by calling the provider, just to translate, so sorry. Of course, these are my people. By call a provider, that means like calling a doctor too early, meaning they're like, come for birth, when it's like not actually time. Oops.
So what if I had a provider come? This is a good story. I had a provider come when it was time to give birth that I hadn't called because I was a brand new nurse, and my patient told me, oh, I feel like I have to poop. And I got her a bedpan and was helping her take care of that when her provider comes in the room and she says, what's going on? I said, oh, she feels like she has to have a bowel movement. She'll just have you checked her? And I was like, oh yeah, like let's check her. And lo and behold, the woman was complete and not needing to poop, but needing to have a baby. So yeah.
That's so awesome.
You want to add that in there too. But yes, I have also, called, thinking like, oh, my patient's complete, and we're at like 7-8 centimeters. So, on both sides. I could put down another finger, I guess. I don't know.
I love it. No, keep your fingers. That's a great story. Okay. So next one. Never have I ever rode on the bed to the OR.
Oh, Jess.
Like it. I like it. That's not a bad thing, Jess. Keep your finger. She's like, I don't like this karma.
No, wait. Oh, wait. I think I did it wrong. You're saying if I have done it, I have to put a finger down.
Yeah.
Yes. No, no, I don't think I did. I don't think I did.
Oh, okay.
No, because somebody else did it last minute. And so I was like, okay, I won't.
Until you said you never have had a cord.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't a prolapse cord, but I have written on the bed to the OR. A story for another day.
Great. Okay. Never have I ever seen an orgasmic birth.
Oh, I haven't.
I haven't either.
I don't know. I
didn't.
Not that I know of. Maybe it was.
That's true.
Orgasm, but I most definitely feel like that's what happened.
Mm.
Okay.
One time.
What time? Yeah, it's pretty rare.
I can
Okay.
picture the room. It was wild.
Never have I ever walked into a dad pooping in the bathroom.
I haven't done that.
What, Sarah?
Opened the door and saw them pooping?
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
That's bad.
That's brutal.
Maybe a dad undressed or some other things, but no poop.
Oh, maybe that's kind
I've
of
definitely walked in right after they have, and then I'm like, oh, I should have reminded them to use the bathroom outside.
Right. Oh, it's funny.
Did anyone put their finger down for that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
We all have experiences to have. This one's surprising, and this is for her. She's never done this in all her years. She says like 15 years. Never have I ever started an IV in the hand.
Oh,
So she's just a killer, and she just like doesn't ever need the hand veins, because they will say like the hand veins are like the easy ones, you know, like if you can't find any other ones, you can find.
I got a great hand vein.
Yeah,
I
hand
have
veins
lots
are
of
like,
patients who want it in the hand, and I'm like, really? They
Mhm.
want it in the hand. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
Last
it's been a long
resort.
time.
what was that, Sarah?
It's been a long time. It's also been a long time since I started an IV.
It's true.
Not as long as you would think, though.
Never have I ever been vomited on.
oh, I have.
Like,
Like let's do okay now. Let's make that specific. With a labor patient, I have never been vomited on.
Yeah, I've been vomited on by a laboring
I'm
patient.
not actually.
I haven't either. I'm impressed.
I was vomited on by a laboring patient after I had given her an emesis bucket or the cup, and she had put it on the side table, and then she, it was coming too much that she couldn't grab it. And I got vomit on me, and I was like, oh man, how could she just not reach for that? And then later when I got sick being pregnant, I experienced something very similar in my own home, and I was like, it's karma. Sometimes it just comes way too quick.
Right. Okay. Never have I ever seen sperm in a microscope while looking at membranes, or to see if it's ruptured membranes.
And seen it or just heard that it's
No,
there?
never seen it. Because some nurses look on the microscope, right? I always just hear from the lab, like, no, we just see sperm swimming, but not sperm.
No.
I have.
Never have I ever seen a breech delivery.
Oh.
I've seen it.
Jess, no breech delivery?
No, I saw one.
You've seen it. Okay.
Carly looks confused.
Yes, I have.
You're talking about vaginal, right?
Yes.
Vaginal.
Okay. Never have I ever tried to put a Foley in a clitoris. I'm sure I
I'm
have.
sure, yeah.
Like, especially as like a student, like I'm sure I have.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, as a student.
I mean, I
totally.
can't think of a time, but for sure, that's an easy thing to accidentally do.
Never have I ever, and there'll be two that will be able to do this for sure, have I caught a baby barehanded.
Oh.
Like Michaela and Bree, you caught
Never.
your own babies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So we
does my
leave
own
it, yeah.
count?
Yes, your own counts. So fun fact, Bree and Mikkel, for anyone watching, both had babies in their car. And so they have definitely done
The rest of us are hoping to keep the trend,
Yeah, I'm following your footsteps. Jess is like, I'm done. I'm not trying to keep the trend. So never have I ever labored a breech baby to complete.
Mm.
I have
Not
not
knowing
personally.
presentation.
I have not personally. I've showed up on the scene to the ones where you're like, oh shoot, they're complete.
That's a bunch.
Right.
Yeah, it's happened accidentally, but not with the intention of delivering that.
Yeah.
Same with
No,
me,
I think none of
Carly.
us have.
I had a patient that did with the intent of delivering vaginally and labor.
Oh, okay.
Delivered
So I can-
free. So
I
I'm
think that.
Oh, I suppose like if that was the intent. I
Yeah.
was thinking they labor, you think they're vertex, and then you're like, oh,
surprise.
what?
That's what's happened to me.
I just want to make an announcement. Mikkel's about to lose. Like,
Yeah, you are.
Mikkel has a lot of experience.
She does.
I've seen a lot of things.
Okay, I don't think Mikkel will have this one. Okay, so never have I ever eaten food off a patient's tray when they're done with it.
Oh.
No. If you put your finger down, I would literally fall to the floor.
He's like, I can't picture it.
Never have I
can't
ever.
picture it.
I should know this by now. Never have I ever. So if I haven't done that, then I leave it up. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I have to like go through this in my mind every single question.
Same,
Right.
same.
Oh, that's funny. I
I've
wouldn't even
definitely
want
thought about it, but I don't think I've done it.
I've definitely thought about it. Like, did they even touch that?
Yeah.
I'm pretty hungry.
I mean, as a birth coach, I've probably like taken a set of crackers, but I feel like the food off their plate.
No.
No. Like those cold mashed potatoes.
Oh,
That's funny. Okay. Never have I ever seen a support person naked. Mikkel's gone.
What?
I don't think I have. If you think like husbands, right? They're in the showers together.
Yeah,
Or,
in the
I feel like
shower.
Sarah, that makes sense to you, like especially in your role now. Or was it?
in my current role, we have those conversations. Keep it on.
Yes.
No, you are not the patient, yo.
Wait, I have to share the funniest story though. Like at the hospital in New York that I was at, we had a dad, like when the dads were going in the OR, they had to put on a white bunny suit and he took everything off.
Oh,
It's totally see-through.
Oh, poor guy.
Like
Did
you're
you make it like into the hallway before a nurse noticed?
Oh, like I don't think they ever told him. Like, oh, it was like
That is so funny.
No one told him.
I think they felt so bad that they were like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah, it's got to be part of the dressing instructions. Clothes stay on under the bodysuit. Zip over your clothes.
a disclaimer, nurses and patients, pay attention. Keep your clothes on, partners. There should be no circumstance where you need to take off your clothes.
Sarah, we have these conversations. Okay. Never have I ever accidentally checked a butthole.
Oh,
I actually haven't done that.
I haven't. I don't think I've done that.
you
Wanna-
move your finger, Brie.
I think Jess is gonna win this.
Thank you.
Throw that out there. I love it. Okay, never have I ever had an amniotic fluid bath. Oh, Sarah's out. She's almost out. Okay. Never have I ever witnessed an on-call birth. So
Oh.
in range.
Oh, in call. I got you.
Yeah.
I haven't. I've always wanted that. I've never had that.
Wait, say what do you mean,
When
Justine?
they're born in their sack still.
Oh yeah, definitely have them.
Have not or have?
Have.
Have, yeah. Okay.
I'm jealous. I've always wanted
Never
that.
Pretty cool.
have I ever, while pushed
Wait,
the,
vaginal delivery
the
or
patient-
cesarean in call?
Yeah,
guess
no,
it
it was
doesn't matter.
vaginal, and it actually was one of the few babies that I caught myself because the provider didn't make it in, and it was a COVID room, and so he was still out in the hallway, like trying to get his stuff on, and there that baby was, all 9 and something pounds of him. He was
Wow.
huge.
In the bag. That's
In
great.
the bag. Yeah, it was awesome.
That's incredible.
1 in 80,000.
Is
Yeah,
that
it might have been my favorite birth ever.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Fun.
Okay. They say it's good luck. So I had a good one. Hold on. We could do this one. Never have I ever delivered a surprise / undiagnosed twin.
Oh,
Oh,
That was way
wow.
more popular back in the day, like when they didn't do ultrasounds, but just can't imagine that. So not that one. That's really interesting. Never have I ever walked into a room with a couple getting it on during labor.
An antepartum patient I have. Does that count?
I guess so, yeah. And we know it's not
It
during
wasn't a
but
labor
that's
patient.
Interesting.
that was the naked partner that I saw.
Oh yeah, they were
that
under
goes
the sheet.
together.
Like,
Like
what people do, just like lock the door, give me a warning or something. I came in to do it IA, and I was like, oh, too much.
Hey, they're trying to get the oxytocin flowing.
I know, I support, but like, give me a warning. You know, just say, hey, like, give us a solid knock, enough for like a towel or something.
Put a sock on the door. Let us know.
just knock on the door.
That's funny.
See, mine was a preterm patient, so it was like a no.
Yeah, like,
But
don't
I
do
wasn't
that.
going to walk in there and be like, stop. I'll give you your privacy and you get to choose what you want to do. But
Okay. Never have I ever held a mucus plug in my hand. Someone has held it in their hand. Like no glove.
I mean, I'm sure it's fallen,
Oh,
you know,
without
like
a
when
glove?
I
you do
don't know. How do you
a
interpret
check
the
and you
question?
get like a good amount of bloody show mucus.
No, I think maybe they got handed it. But usually
Oh.
it's handed on
No.
the toilet paper.
Or a baggie if they bring it
Right.
from
Right.
home to show.
In a peanut jar in triage.
Oh,
Hey.
I was told at a recent class that he was going to put it in like a little vial, Angelina Jolie style, and wear it.
ew.
All the things.
No, he was kidding, is what I meant.
Oh.
Okay. Never have I ever delivered a baby in a parking lot.
Oh.
I'm down to one.
Waiting room. Not a parking room.
I have. I'm out.
You're up. Okay, it's Jess. I don't know if I have enough questions for you and I, Jess.
Jess has 4.
Yeah, there's no way. Okay, why don't you guys come up with some questions? All you.
I have one.
Okay.
It's happened to us, right? That's the rule.
Yes. Well, no, yeah, you can, yeah.
This has happened to me. Never have I ever walked into the room and the father of the baby is standing barefoot in a pool of amniotic fluid.
Oh yeah. That's happened to me too. I've had lots of significant others remove their shoes and you're like, I don't know if you want to do that on the hospital floor with maybe what's coming too.
Like his toes were underwater.
Ew.
Wait. Erica Wilkins in the comments says, I did the bunny suit thing the first section I saw as a doula. Wait, like you went naked, Erica? No.
Amazing.
Oh,
No, or like did you go bra underwear? Like what happened? Okay.
oh yeah, there's comments. That's fun.
Okay, anyone else?
I never have I ever delivered a baby that they thought was one gender and was the other.
I haven't had that.
No.
Oh man, I had the
That was a good
I have a
one.
good, well,
pink like room I've ever seen, and everything had like the kid's name on it.
No.
It was like, yeah, it's a boy. She's like, no, it's not. And I was like, yeah, it's a boy. And she was like, no, what do you mean? And the husband came over and was like, he didn't say right. So
Mikkel, I think you had one.
the mesh panties. Never have I ever worn the mesh panties, not as a patient, but as a nurse.
I have worn them.
Maybe it was when you got drenched with amniotic fluid.
Yeah.
I needed to change everything. That
100%.
was available.
That's a good
I'm
one.
out. Jess wins.
Way to go.
Yay! So Erica says
Different type of team underwear. There's another brand, the mesh brand of team underwear. That's lovely.
Erica says, yeah, she had her underwear on, but she undressed. So that is so
that is the best story ever. Oh, now you all know, wear your clothes. I suppose if you're in your bra and underwear, like it is what it is, but
I mean, at least they had underwear on.
I know, but the guy who was butt naked, yeah.
Butt naked. Like,
you would think when he put his leg in, he'd be able to see, like, oh, I can see my leg. You know?
you would think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Very odd.
interesting things when they're stressed.
Yes.
Yeah,
Does anyone
that's
in
very
the
true.
comments have another few? We can wait a little bit and do it. Jen says, when the babies are born in the sac, do you end up breaking it after they are out? And yes. Jess, did you wait till the doctor was there or did you break it? like right away?
No, I took it off, like, because the water, the fluid was broken, but it was just still inside of it. So I peeled it off. Yeah. It was so cool though.
I think about puppies. Puppies are born in their little sack and then the mom licks it all off.
Oh.
Yeah. Similar idea. I learned that.
I've only seen it in cesarean. I haven't seen a vaginal.
Yeah, me too, Sarah.
There's some really cool.
Every time I've tried, the provider's been like, if you want to get really drenched, sure, but you be standing there to block it then.
Yes, that's probably true, huh? Okay, I don't think there's any other ones. But that was really fun. Jess, you won. I didn't think you'd win. I really didn't think so.
I didn't think so either.
No, with how many years of experience?
4 in L&D, but yeah.
Oh, look. Okay, now have you ever had a patient accidentally put their hand down during a C-section, touch their inside? I almost did that on accident. They had to grab my hands. No, I haven't. I think that'd be really hard to go over the blue.
Or maybe under.
Yeah,
And our patients always
probably
have
under.
they always have
band.
like very loose,
Ties.
what restraints down, like just to remind them not to do that.
Right.
That would have been a good question. Never have I ever reached through the vagina out the abdomen.
I have
Oh.
hand a baby off,
I've not reached through the abdomen, but definitely
which is a
push
very,
the baby back up.
Feel the fingers.
you feel the surgeon's hands.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
Thing. Oh yeah, things we do.
Never have I ever seen a uterine prolapse.
Or
Oh,
a rupture.
I have.
Seen a uterine prolapse.
I
Yes.
saw a uterine prolapse the first week that I was on orientation as a nurse.
Oh man. So you have no probably no idea what it was.
I do.
What is
It's the scariest thing ever. There was so much blood. It looked like a murder scene. That is very rare patients. Okay. Not normal.
Yeah, super rare.
Never have I ever seen a uterine rupture. Has everyone seen that? That's no fun.
It hasn't ever been my direct patient.
Not my direct patient, but don't ever want to see it again. That was scary.
I have had a uterine rupture. Yes. All right. If we don't have any other questions,
I think we're good.
thank you everyone for being with me here today. Thank you, mentors, for your time and sharing your stories. And I hope for you as a patient, this was like a fun little inside scoop as to all the things that we go through as labor and delivery nurses. I know that there's a lot of people on this channel too that are like, what does it take to be a labor and delivery nurse? What do you do? Or what about a doula? And so I will say that I think labor and delivery nursing is really cool. And you get to see and experience, as you saw today, a whole lot of very fun, I was going to say crazy stories, which they are kind of crazy stories. You have a lot of party tricks to pull out of your hat when you're out and about talking to people. So thank you for being here. If you want more from us, you can head on over down below, subscribe down below, give it a like, share it with a friend. Follow us on Instagram. There is BUNDLEBIRTH if you are a patient. If you are interested in the nursing side, there is BUNDLEBIRTH Nurses. We also just launched a podcast like 2 weeks ago for nurses, but also patients. Like, very interesting if you like this kind of inside scoop. If you are a labor and delivery nurse and you are not a part of our mentorship program, encourage you to check that out. You can head to bundlebirthnurses.com, and we open 4-ish times a year, flex and flow on that, for you to come through, get to know these lovely women one-on-one, share your stories, get insight, learn and grow together as you walk through 12 months of really cool on-demand classes. So you can check that out at Bundlebirth Nurses. Lots of other things going on over there. That's my spiel for YouTube. Thank you everyone for being here. And we will see you soon. Don't forget to flex and flow.
Yeah, I was wondering where it was coming.